Hello. Um, this has been a crazy week. Um, Today's 9/11, so today we remember the people who lost their lives on the terrorist attacks on September 11th, 2001, and at the Pentagon, at the trade centers, um, and in the field in Pennsylvania. But it's really easy to just lose sight of that. Like everything that happened yesterday with the two shootings that happened. Um, I like almost forgot that today was 9/11, and it can be really beneficial to just take a step back and wait before you jump to a conclusion, or you automatically say something without thinking. Um, I'm guilty of that a lot, but I want to encourage you to pray right now, because the way things are going, it's about to get a lot worse before it gets any better. Charlie Kirk was one of the last conservative people who fostered open discussion, and it's going to be rough, you know, and there's going to be a lot more radical people on both sides. Um, you know, people on the left digging in because they believe he got what he deserved, and people on the right wanting to retaliate for that. Um, Both are equally bad. Political violence is horrible. No matter what side, you should not be executed for speaking your opinion. That is not what this country was built on. That's not what the founding fathers had in mind when they drafted our Constitution. Um, and in part, that's what we broke away from Britain for, rather. So these are scary times that we live in right now. Um, a wife and a son and a daughter just watched their father get shot in the neck and bleed out. There was a school shooting in Colorado. 3 were injured. I believe 1 died. Nepal just burned their Capitol building to the ground. Serbia is having protests, and they have been for the past 3 months, because their government is so corrupt. France, France's government just fell apart again. There are people celebrating some of these things, and it's like that. It's like that song that it started more as a left thing, but it's kind of gone towards kind of in the middle. But if you think the only people who are people are the people that look and think like you, you can't say you have empathy, but then reserve that empathy, because it's not empathy at that point. It's just a tool that you use to make yourself look better than other people. That's not empathy. And if you're a Christian, I really, really implore you to be bold in spreading the faith in these next few weeks, especially because people need it right now. 3 countries are falling apart right now, and there was probably the biggest politically motivated assassination since JFK or Martin Luther King. This is probably the biggest American event that's happened since 9/11. And I don't think that's a crazy thing to say. And this can make a lot of people feel very black-pilled about everything. I've lost a friend yesterday over a disagreement about this, and I hate it. And it should not be like this. And people shouldn't be radicalized to the point where they're cheering on a father's death just because they disagreed with what they think. And I've seen so many people who are like, well, he deserved it because he believed this. And he didn't even believe that kind of stuff. So they've been fed these lies, and now because of these lies, they're justifying a man's death. And it's just it's insane to me. Like when I was little, like sorry. When I was little, I used to like I like had a picture of what it would look like when I grew up. But that has just all been flipped on its head. And it's really just happened since COVID. I mean, before COVID, like, obviously stuff was happening, but it just feels like changes come so fast, so quick, or so much, so quick. It's just impossible to, like, adjust all at the same time. And so in times like this, you really just, the only refuge is the church. And the only refuge is God. And you just have to go to him and pray and know that everything's going to be all right, because in the Bible, even, it says that it's going to get worse before it gets better. This is not our home. And that's just about the only solace that I can find, because without God, I don't even want to think about where I'd be right now, because this world is so bleak and so miserable. And without some form of thing to look forward to after this is all over, I just don't understand how you can go on. I don't understand how you have the will to, like, get up in the morning. Because no amount of you think you're making the world a better place, it's not going to change how horribly awful it is and how awful all these people are around you. It's filled with sin. And I really just, it's just so much to think about all at once. I'm sorry this video doesn't really have much structure or anything. I wrote some things down that I wanted to talk about, and I forgot to mention one. The lady who got stabbed on the train, her first name is Irina, I believe, but I can't pronounce her last name, and I'm very sorry about that. But the fact that, people in power are defending the man who did it. It's like, it feels like I'm being gaslit. Like I'm crazy. And I don't know. I don't understand how you can see a video of a woman getting stabbed, the guy muttering, "I got that white lady," and then saying, well, we need to have sympathy for the killer. We need to understand what brought him to that. It doesn't matter. You just watched him kill a lady on a train unprovoked. She wasn't wearing any revealing clothing. She didn't say anything. She was sitting there, coming home from her shift, working at a pizzeria. And there was a GoFundMe. It got taken down, thank God. But there was a GoFundMe for him. This is just like the Carmelo Anthony situation. I just don't understand how people can look at a situation like that and be like, I think that I'm going to defend him. That just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't register. And it genuinely, if you are of that belief, please, like, tell me, or like DM me or something, and I'd love to talk to you about it, because I personally cannot wrap my head around that. And I'm sorry I got like a little passionate about this. It's so much all at once, and I'm just it's good to get it off my chest, but it's a lot. So God bless you. Let me know if you need any prayer for anything, or if you need help with anything. Just DM me, send me a comment, anything like that. God bless you. God loves you. I love you. Please have a blessed day. One last thing that I wrote down, but I forgot to mention. I don't know the exact number, but a good amount of children were killed in Palestine today. So prayers are also out for them. And please be praying for just the resolution of that conflict.